Hi, my loves. Welcome back to another week ahead reading. I hope you had a beautiful week and you've had a blessed weekend. Let's see what's the energies up ahead. Where are we at? Today is so this will be from the 17th to the 23rd of August 2026. Thanks for all those who viewed last week's video. Also, I've managed to get Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. All of your August readings are up. I've just been going live to cut down on time. Y'all can get y'all's content. I don't have to, it's like work hard, not sorry. No, it's work smart, not hard. So your videos are up. I'll be going live potentially Monday or Tuesday to post the final four. So that will be Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. All right. So if you can join me live, that would be amazing. If not, you can always catch the playback. All right, love. So let's get into your message. Let's get the theme for this week ahead. Spirit guys, connect me to the collective for this week, the 17th to the 23rd of August 2026. What are the messages? May all messages be for the highest good of all involved, with harm to none. All right, this is a message what's the theme for the collective this week? Okay, message in a bottle. So some kind of message popping up. And you could have been waiting for whatever this is for quite some time. Because when I think about a message in a bottle, that bottle could take weeks, months before it reaches land again, with all the currents and the tides and it bobbing and floating all over the place. So it makes me think that this is something that you could have been waiting for some time, and now here it is. All right, bottom of the deck is a deep knowing. So perhaps whatever this is connected to, you already have some kind of sense of what it is that's coming to the surface, popping up to the surface. There's a phone inside the bottle. All right, top of the deck is mending. Wow. So last week, and I feel like the week before, there was this theme of potential misunderstandings, conflicts. It did not feel heavy. As a matter of fact, I named the video No Love Lost because that's the message that kept coming up to the surface for me. We are in the middle of two eclipses. We had a new moon in Leo eclipse last Wednesday, that was the 12th. We have a full moon eclipse in Pisces on the 28th, I believe, of August. So we're in the middle of it, and it feels as if all the readings that I've done for the week for different people have come through as do nothing, or the energy just felt like nothing was happening. It's like we're in the eye of the storm. This is the quiet, right? Remember, eclipses come in and they shake things up and they move us where we need to go. They close off things that we have been thinking about for quite some time, debating whether or not we should take that move, make that decision, whatever it is. This is most of it. I'm sure that whatever is fallen away to date or what is about to change isn't shocking. It's things that you would have been having some kind of feeling about. And with a lot of the other transits that are happening as well, and even with the Mercury retrograde that we just completed, there was this ongoing message of relationships. How are we healing our relationships? Where do we fit in the grand scheme of relationships? Right? So it's interesting to see mending here, right? Based on last week's message, no love lost, a message in a bottle. It could have taken some time for you all to come to some level of agreement or understanding or balance and harmony. Not that things are harmonious, but y'all feel harmony within, right? Whoever's involved in this situation, whatever this situation is, there's a level of harmony that's happening that holds space for a conversation to be had, for a conversation to be received, for information to be received, for you to mend whatever this is. Let me see what's under that. Poised. So it feels like y'all have a feeling that something, well, deep knowing at the bottom of the deck, right? Y'all have a knowing that something is bubbling up to the surface. Truth be told, is under deep knowing. I find it interesting there's a mask on this card. So masks can be dropped. You know, people might have been acting as if they weren't bothered. Could have been putting on a certain face. And whatever that is, on whichever side of the argument it is, the masks are falling, dropping, truth be told. At the heart is to the sea. Message in a bottle and to the sea. Now she's sitting in a bathtub in the middle of the ocean. I always, with this card, it always makes me think of Yemaya. It's card number 7. That's Yemaya's number. She's the mother of the sea, mother of the fishes. To the sea. And there is a like a compass, weather vane on the edge of the bathtub as well. There's binoculars. It's like you're being asked to see things on a bigger level, a deeper level as well. You're being moved in some way. And the sea makes me think about healing as well. And we have mending. Wow, this is crazy. So on one side of to the sea, we have the tribe, which showed up last week. And we have regeneration. You all see the story here. New life to the sea. Move on, move forward. The sea, we travel on the sea. We connect when we cross the sea. It's 8 and 7, 7 and 8 and 46. We cross the seas to connect to loved ones, connect to friends, to experience new ways of living, experience different peoples and cultures, and just throwing things out there. That's what's coming to my mind. It's a very interesting one. I love this. I love how it's all connecting, and it's definitely connecting to the last couple of weeks. Message in a bottle. All right, let's move on to the tarot and see the other messages that come through. So if you're new, I am Simone the Moon Goddess. If you're new, welcome. Consider subscribing. For those coming back, welcome back. So if you're new, what I'm going to do is get a card out for Monday through Thursday, and one card to cover Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, let's get Monday's card. Message for Monday. What's the energy for Monday? Temperance, so balance. Tuesday's energy, please. The Queen of Wands. Wednesday. What's Wednesday's energy? Four of Swords. I love that we have a Four of Wands here at the bottom of the deck right now. So that's some kind of celebration coming together. Thursday's energy, please. The Devil. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What is that? The Ten of Wands. Interesting. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. So that's the hurt. That's the misunderstanding. Grieving something. Feeling disappointed, betrayed in some way. There's three truths here. The truth, your truth, their truth, the truth happening, right? Your Three of Swords. Under that is the Two of Wands. So again, it's this, it feels like things have calmed down, things have cooled down, and now there's this space for coming together, communing. Top of the deck is the Ace of Swords. Wow, the truth. Conversation, this is communication, clear mind, no holding back. This is justice. Wow. What's under that? The Ace of Pentacles. So conversations coming in, it's not just words, it's not just lip service, it's based in something real. Whatever is coming together again is to build, right? This is, again, is not just words. Six of Pentacles, it's common ground, sharing, supporting. Let's see what's under that. The Queen of Pentacles. Wow, very grounded energy, the Magician. All right, let me stop because I could keep going. At the heart is the Knight of Wands. So there could still be this level of feeling that you need to defend or stand your ground in some way. You might still be a little bit apprehensive. Seven of Wands, because things still feel a little bit, right, it's not smooth. It's not smooth yet. Still a little bit up and down. We have a King of Pentacles. So it's this level of maturity here, a level of grounding. It's not so much just moving from the passion and the fire and the this is how I feel and all the emotions, right? It's okay. So we know, I know how you feel, you know how I feel. This is what's happened. What are we going to do about it now? Right? And this is not just, this could be romantic, friends, business, however this resonates for you. I'm seeing, it's so interesting. I said there's a maturing and a grounding of energy here. And you have the Emperor next to your King of Pentacles. So definitely a leveling up emotionally wise. It feels like people are seeing things from a higher perspective, trusting the intuition as well, and being honest with their feelings, coming out of hiding, coming out of hiding, coming out of hiding. You have 3 fives, one after the next. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords. The emotions, the sadness, the anger, the disturbance. Wow. And then we have a 6 of Cups, remembering where y'all started from a place of respect and mutual respect and admiration. Mutual respect and admiration. See a 4 of Pentacles here. So people could have had their head down, busy working, just staying in their own space, doing what they need to do. And that's great, because for me, it's like when we have some kind of level of conflict, or when you're questioning your connections, and things are very heated, it's so important to take that space, to take that breather. And not just because, obviously, to create a level of peace, but it's also to give you and whoever else the opportunity to work on self, whether this is self-worth, self-love, self-healing, building whatever it is you're working on, learning, staying focused, being in your own, like, basically developing yourself. And in developing yourself, you become more mature, more grounded, more of whatever. You've expanded in some way. This other person, we hope, has expanded, or persons have expanded. So it's now allowing, when you all do come back together, the relationship in itself benefits from all of the building that y'all have been doing up to that point, right? Does that make sense? So yeah, let's get into each day. We have Monday, the Temperance card, the balancing. Monday, you need to be patient. Okay, Temperance is very much tempering whatever you are doing. All right. Card 14, card 13. So death. So after death comes the Temperance card. Remember, the death card is, from death comes life. You shed, in order to become anew, to level up in some way. And temperance now comes in to test you. Temperance will come in to see, okay, so you've let go of some kind of old cycle, old phase, old belief, whatever that is. And now we want to see if you moving from the new place that you're in, or will you fall back into whatever it is that you just let go of. This is also a message of the need for balancing, not only focusing on your 3D world, your physical world, but not forgetting your spiritual self. We are spirit in body. Everything starts with spirit and comes out into form. So you need to remember your spiritual life. My head just got very light. I can't even explain it. But hydrating, you're resting, you're rooting, grounding, moving energy. Because sometimes we could feel exhausted just from the fact that our energy is stagnant. And it's like, well, I feel tired, so how do I have the energy to move? But you got to, because just moving is what's going to allow your energy to expand and for you to feel alive again. Even if it's just going for a little stroll, there's a need to connect to your inner world. And sometimes walking is great for that, because you could drift off, you observe all of the things going on in your mind, you start to get like these light bulb moments, all of this. There's a need to connect, not only to what you doing every day, the hamster wheel, but what's happening on the inside. What's your spirit calling you to do? This is also, I always love to mention temperance. This is Archangel Michael. And it's a reminder of this protective energy around you. All right, so Monday, the day of the moon, it's to slow down. It's perfect for connecting to your spirituality, your spiritual self, taking care of your spirit, feeding your spirit. For some of you, taking care of your ancestors. So clearing the altars, putting fresh water, or however that resonates for you. But Monday, there's a need for balance. There's a need for slowing down. There's a need to be patient. There's a need for connecting, right? All right. And always remember, the sun will always come up. Whatever has happened, the sun will always come up. It's always darkest before the dawn. The sun will always come up. Tuesday's energy is the Queen of Wands. Very connected to Mars Day, as it's a fire energy. So this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Tuesday is ruled by Mars. Mars rules Aries. You see how that connects. Every single week without fail, these cards connect to the energy of the days of the week. Tuesday is you connecting to your sense of confidence. If you've been hiding, it's time to step up. It's time to no more like this fear of being perceived. Maybe not fear, but just feeling cringed out about being perceived. There's a need for you to take action in some way. There's a need for you to feel confident in a quiet power. I don't feel as if the Queen of Wands is loud at all. I feel like this is a quiet power, a quiet magnetism. Remembering how powerful you are with just being yourself, with being your authentic self, being who you are. This is you connecting to your creative self as well. This is the need for you to take action on something. Getting back into your creative self, sharing it with the world, however that resonates for you. All right, if you don't feel as if you connect to this energy, this could be somebody in your life who represents this, who could be kind of pulling that out of you or inspiring you in some way on Tuesday. Now, as per usual, I'm going to do an extended version of this where I will clarify each day of the week with another tarot deck. And we'll see what's going on with the Queen of Wands and how this connects to the week. Wednesday, we have the Four of Swords. Wednesday, Mercury Day, Swords. Resting, rest your mind, stop overthinking. The answer that you are seeking will come. Message in the bottle shows us that, right? The information is going to come in divine timing. There's nothing that you can do to try to force things. Start trying to understand every single aspect of whatever it is that you're trying to pick apart. Some of y'all you've been doing the work, you've laid the foundations. Now let things simmer. As I always say, do what you can do and leave the rest. You are inspired by spirit to take some action or to create something or to go in a new path, a new direction. Take action. Queen of Wands energy. Take action, and then that's all you can do. And then rest your mind, rest your head. All right, so that's Wednesday's energy. Thursday, we have the Devil. So this is after Temperance. So this is a test now as well, because we went through a new cycle with the Death card, 13. 14 is Temperance. Have we learned our lessons? 15 now is another lesson. The Devil is another lesson, like testing. Because oftentimes, and then let me go back to Wednesday, where you might feel a little bit anxious or a little bit stressed out and you're being asked to just rest your mind. And it's usually when we are feeling outside of ourselves, where we feel like there's a lack of control or things don't seem to be coming together as we would like. We feel panicked, whatever that is, when we're not grounded. And it's very easy to then fall back into toxic behaviors, the overindulgence in things, being codependent on things or people, feeling trapped or bound to anxiety, fear, worry. 3D. Oh, this is what's happening in the 3D. That means that this is what it is. Remember, the 3D is a lag. So whatever's happening in the 3D is some kind of energy from your past that's now catching up. And if you don't like what you're seeing in the 3D, shift your thoughts like that, like that, like that. Shift your thoughts. But Wednesday, there could be something here, some kind of toxicity that could be coming up to the surface. Perhaps whatever the message is that's coming through could make you feel a little bit like, oh, right? You feel triggered. I just remember 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You could be feeling triggered. Is that what you're stressed about? Okay. Releasing, healing, letting down your boundaries, having boundaries where necessary, but also, having boundaries where necessary, and seeing how you might be, because boundaries and defensiveness, I feel like it's 2 different things, right? So having boundaries where needed, but not being defensive when you feel triggered, not being defensive when you feel uncomfortable or you don't feel heard or whatever that is, right? That could happen on Thursday. The devil tries to control you, pull you out of your balance that you've worked so hard on Monday to create. But in times of stress, you can get pulled out of that energy. All right, living your truth, speak your truth, accept truth, allow truth. Yeah. All right, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have the 10 of Wands, and this is heavy. But I guess it depends on how you look at it. The 10 of Wands is feeling as if you're carrying the world on your shoulders, but it's also this energy of walking in faith. So again, context, and because I'm doing a collective reading, so there's so many shades of this, right? But she's walking with all of these wands in front of her, and she can't see what's up ahead, but she's still walking. So this is blind faith, more or less. And is that necessary though? Because it doesn't feel, it feels heavy. It feels burdensome. It feels like you need to prioritize. It feels like you need to let go. It feels like you need to come to some level of acceptance. What was at the top? Mending. Let go of this need to feel as if you have to save everything and everyone. I guess nobody else will do it. Let me do it. You know? Let's see, deep knowing. And what was at the heart again? To the sea. So over the weekend, things could feel heavy. But my question is, does it have to be that way? Or are you kind of putting yourself in a position of trying to deal with everything? Because you might have a lot going on, but is there a way for you to work smart, not hard? Did I mention that at the beginning of this video? At least I was thinking of it. Work smart, not hard. Let go of what is not yours. Let go of feeling responsible for everything and everyone. Some of you, it might be that you feel passionate about a lot of different things and you're just trying to do everything. You feel it's like you might have all these ideas and it's at the point now where you're ready to go. And it feels like the goal post, like the end, where you are looking to go, it could feel like, oh my God, there's so many steps. And the more I do, I can get to the end quicker. But really and truly, the more you do, the slower the process. Right? It's like when you try to rush and it slows you down. The more things you try to do, the slower everything is because you're being split. So watch out for that on the weekend. But I shall clarify as I go along. So if you're interested in seeing that, the link is down below. My Patreon. All right. If this is the end of the road, have a beautiful week, my loves. I hope these messages support you. Let me know. Drop a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you again. And check your signs, sun, moon, rising, your Venus signs for August. For August's? No. August's, yeah. For the August energy. Let me stop. Have a good week, my loves. Bye-bye.